August 17th. Welcome, really welcome. Grab a cup of coffee and let's get smarter together. First off, a bit of housekeeping. Starting tomorrow, I'm going to Sleepaway Summer Camp. Also known as I will spend some time at my grandparents' where I always feel like I'm 12 years old again. I'm not sure what's going on with the internet because you can watch movies and live streams just fine. But uploading even a 5-minute video takes an hour at least, and I do upload the video of this post to more than one platform. All that to say, I've decided not to do it this time around. I'll take a break until I'm back. The algorithm will hate me. You will forget me. Nevertheless, all I might post are tiny videos from a summer garden at its best. What always means a hint of decay and death is in the mix. What gets me nicely to today's topic with which I want to leave you, which is based on a conversation I had with my dad yesterday. It started during the news item on the local news about the imminent closure of a well-known club that happens to be in my neighborhood. The landlord isn't renewing their renting contract, what's only logical. Because the people who wanted to open a club only got hold of this particular property because it was marked for another long-term project already, and no one else had agreed to develop something there that would be doomed from the beginning, like the club now. But those are ideal conditions for a club where artists want to explore and be inspired by the new energy until it isn't new anymore and they move on. The problem now is that once the artist had moved on, the club remained a money-making machine, albeit on a smaller scale, but that's still big enough for the renters, by exploiting the name and existing information in the shape of music and drinks and so on. It's a problem that becomes especially apparent in the arts in general. They are closest to what the power of our mind is. Imagination, taking a few data points that stick out and create a whole model of a world from them. It's as random a process as can be, and those feels so rewarding as random searches offer the highest payoff, the most insight. But they also carry the highest risk of failure, of the model not creating the right pattern of energy that works out and interacts with other humans. So whoever has money as their goal, a story of our own making after all, and just a story. And not finding the insight, the rearrangement of a pattern that we are, that sets free the energy that allows our growth, will look to avoid the risk and the insecurity of where the highest payoff will show up at the end. By recycling what has worked once, by exploiting existing information, by standardization. That's what happened in the book industry, but also the movie industry, for example. Today, every book, but also every movie, is written and edited in such a way that the story is split into 8 equal parts, and in each part something very specific has to happen inside the character and in the world around them. Furthermore, now your book has to resemble other books that came shortly before and the reader will still remember. It's said that's because the reader, the customer, wants it. But in reality, the customer has been trained to want this, because this standardization and exploitation of existing knowledge assures the publisher that whatever payoff will happen at a place where he knows it, in his pocket. They steered this process to a place that it has become so standardized that basically machines can take over. AI, yes. And to a place where their product and everyone's who is trying to be seen on the market doesn't work to sate the needs of the humans anymore. The needs the arts has set out to sate in the beginning. Because people today have been conditioned to find safety and standards up to the point that they fear and reject the different and new that humans are meant to seek out. That's nature's goal for us. Seek out the new and the different so that you can grow. And this starts in schools. Not without reason, an invention of the Mesopotamians in Uruk, who also introduced standardized work hours and standardized products, and was the concept of exploitation of existing knowledge, manual work. We went through a lot more attempted and successful hacks of the Human World Generation Protocol to enable some people to fulfill their imaginary goals, still imaginary, but schools in particular and the access to knowledge and information in general was only ever more limited, more geared toward what these people need from the rest. Today, when we ask about the success of our education system, the only consideration is given to employers and sellers perhaps. Does a school produce what these employers need? People that exploit a small set of existing knowledge to their advantage and then consume standardized products and services when they are not producing. That's success. Do we rearrange the patterns that we are through the interaction so that material things inside us reach lower energy states and energy is set free that allows us to grow as nature wants us? Not a relevant consideration because for the benefit of a few it is best when everyone else best rejects the different and new in any shape and form and remains an observer, not an exploring participant. Explore, as an honest think. Make a habit out of thinking. Let's turn thinking into the norm again. Like, comment, share, and follow, lest you miss a single opportunity to improve yourself and society. Once you do, we'll meet again at the coffee pot in a week or so.